What's up, Libby? So, hop right in it, okay? So, you should really be aware of, and before I wouldn't have even said this, right? But I've come to know that it is very significant, okay? In knowing the placements in your birth chart, okay? And for anything, the most significant thing being, okay, is because this is how people will try to attack you in certain areas, okay? People in your family got together, okay, and either they went to a reader or a, what is it called, a spiritualist, or they went somewhere, okay, to ask for advice on how to affect you, okay, how to interrupt your life so that they can intercept something that was coming to you. They tried to affect, or they try to attack you in different parts of your placements. Okay? Now, I'm not saying dive in and delve into, your astrology or none of that. I'm saying it's beneficial for you to know your own placements. Okay? Because if your enemy knows them, they know where they could try to hit you in a weak spot. 222 on my timer. Okay? They can target your houses, your different houses, okay, of your placements, right? To weaken you in order to siphon or to take what belongs to you or to reroute it to them. Make sense? So I looked up my natal chart years ago, right? And it's way more precise if you know your you know your birthday and your name and all that stuff. That's obvious, right? But your birth time, okay? Because it gives you a more acute um, um, accuracy, okay? Because this is how these people come at you, right? When they send people towards you, right? When they are doing certain things to try to tempt you in certain areas, that's what they're doing, okay? They're trying, let's say you have a weakness or had a weakness in with your sexual urges, okay? They will look and see what house or what sign is in that space, right? Where your what do you call it? Your sexuality, like your sensuality, something, I don't know what to call it, but they will, let's say, send someone towards you, okay, to try to charm you, okay, to try to entice you, okay, and then you end up actually being intimate with that person, right? You have now opened up a door that will be very hard to be closed. Okay? So now that you've been intimate with that person, while you've been intimate with them, they've done something that you're not aware of. Some type of sex magic, some type of manipulation, right? And so after that encounter, all of a sudden, these insatiable sexual urges wake up in you. Okay? Well, I don't want to say wake up in you, are attached to you. Okay? Now all of a sudden, you have an insatiable sexual appetite. Right? 5 4 3 on the timer that you cannot control. Right? So now all of a sudden you're doing all type of risky things to try to satisfy this appetite. 5 5 5 on the timer. Do you get what I'm saying? So pay attention to your weaknesses, right? And even places you used to be weak. Okay? Pay attention to those because that's where the enemy will try to hit you. Okay? That's why I always said I learned a little bit of everything. Everything, beloved. Ain't nobody gonna surprise me with nothing. No, after one time, you're not gonna do it again. What's the saying? It's fool me once. What? Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on, something like that. You know the saying, right? That's what it is. Okay. So I'm just saying that it's very beneficial to study and learn in multiple areas. Okay? Be knowledgeable is what I mean in multiple areas. Okay? Because your adversaries, okay, your enemies, prance around like a lion seeking whom they may devour. Okay? They're trying to look in your Akashic records and look, they're just, it's like they're, one person delegates all of these different people, right? These different arms to go and try to research things about you, to dig into sources about you, to all come back together and say, hey, we can do this, do this, do this, do that, do that. And then they come at you, right? So get to know yourself in a deeper spiritual level. Okay? I'm not saying you have to, dive headfirst into, mystics or any, none of that. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all. Okay? I'm saying be knowledgeable. Okay? Be aware of the devices of the enemy. Confirmation, you heard that thump, right? The Word of God says we are not ignorant to Satan's devices. He uses many devices. Okay? So just be aware of that. All right. Later.